Okay, so the 201 opponent here, I do not know what his English name is, but I can tell you how he's doing on the leaderboard. He is sitting at 28th place, so I'm not sure his odds on getting in. I think technically if he wins every game and manages to queue into the top ends, I think he actually can technically make it in. But, not the most likely. Till, on the other hand, he's a little bit higher. He's sitting at maybe like 25th place on the start of the day. So kind of the same deal, can certainly get in.
I'm guessing that how this game goes will determine who at least has a slim chance.
Yeah, agree, because you have to win every game, right? So
Yeah.
the person who loses here, not there. Like, it's not the highest stakes match, to be fair, but it is only a 4-hour play session, and so you want to just grind games when you're in these kind of lower positions.
And I mean, if you just queue up every single time that you finish a game, you might be able to get more games in than the top guys who may just like stop after the minimum requirement of 5 games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, on session 1 last week on Saturday, some players managed to play 14 games, which is pretty crazy.
That must be exhausting.
Indeed. All right, we're calling this player Niao. Niao. Niao? It's like, sounds like a cat.
Gonna refrain from commenting on that.
Yes, nothing to mention there. Aerial versus Giant. They both can unlock something like Abyss for free. Probably a Giant game if I had to guess. No Giants here, of course. Not even possible in round 2.
Phoenix looking like the best pick, I would say. Kind of a safe one. Level 3 Void Eye, though.
Yeah, that is kind of a cute pickup. Ooh, okay. We are picking it up. Energy absorption. Great health pool.
Will Niao be able to predict this left side play, though? Well, not quite. Trying to go for a cheese of his own, but that'll be met with a bigger investment from the side of Till.
Oh, you're going to feel so bad about that as Niao here.
He does run jump drive, so he might be able to retrieve it if he wants to. Also, might be likely that it's just a sell, though. Has the marksman as a solid anti-air option if he wants to keep those.
Saving grace here might be these Void Eyes. They might pop off. No spiders are stuck yet, so that's good at least. But the tower going to fall. It's going to take one more shot here. And that should allow his Tarantulas on the right to do pretty well against the remaining Tarantulas and Void Eyes. Oh, all 3 Void Eyes still left, though. Still the chaff-clearing Tarantula that's being shot at right now. We have 1 marksman for anti-air. 1 shot is taken, but there's the air cheese.
Not too bad, though. Those Void Eyes able to get rid of the spider. That's a marginal win, considering there was a debuff on that round.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised, to be honest.
Well, let's see. Round number 3, heavy armor. Looking like a solid item investment.
Kind of just never bad on Tarantulas, especially once they level. Of course, the spells here, rather interesting as well. Even like Advanced Missile for these greedily placed things of Till. Keeping it simple, though. I like the Fang. Good defensive posture there. Definitely needs something to parry that side, especially with the Phoenix level. And of course now a heavy armor.
Jump drive will get clicked, even though Niao only has 1 Phoenix. But for now, it seems like that tower will be completely open. So might be able to get a debuff of his own.
Yeah, looks good. Nice move. It's a pretty, simple game here, right? It's just, Tarantula plus sniper units for now. I'm curious to see what direction this will go. Like, keep in mind, it's a giant specialist against aerial specialist. I feel like fortresses look pretty good for Till.
Yeah, could be a fine move. I mean, you might be a bit scared of something like an Abyss from the aerial specialist, but
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. You want to use your specialist, though, that's for sure. Guess the question
yeah,
is when.
it's a bit hard, right, with giants. Like, giants, typically, you want to buy them reactively rather than
Yep.
proactively because of, like, how big the counters to them often are.
Makes a lot of sense. Here comes the jump drive Phoenix. Really quick debuff there. 18 seconds into the battle. Should really help him defend the left side, which was looking a little dicey up until now. 50,000
Marksman?
damage. Ooh.
Able to get rid of that Phoenix as well, locking on. Tower level will mean that there's no debuff this time around for Till, and that looks like a really solid defense.
There's no world where those two marksmen get scammed, right? Wait, is there?
No, those are his own Phoenixes.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Okay, pretty nice.
You'll be happy with that. Only 100 invested, and gets a lot of tempo back. Efficient giant manufacturing there.
Is that the sauce?
I don't know. It's awkward. I don't know like what giant you would want to play here.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was debating. I was like, okay, maybe forts, but like there's not even air to, anti-air barrage. So why are you buying forts? I mean, Fist doesn't look good. So maybe it's not fort. I don't think it's like necessarily something like a sandworm either. I really feel
You
like
could go melter, like that's probably safe, but it's a little bit unnecessary. It's good scaling.
Yeah, all good points. Definitely agree there. Maybe a boat even.
Oh, I like this play from Niao though. That is nasty. Using the jump
Yeah.
drive on the flank to position it right in front of those phoenixes, and with the crawler, they should be able to take them down.
It's a beautiful play. Will he get both birds, you think, or just one? Oh, with the beacon, he
I
should
don't
get
know if
both.
Oh yeah, the spider is running away.
What a play.
Very
really
nice.
Spiders stuck on spiders. Actually, they're mutually stuck, so it's kind of okay. Marksman's not looking too hot.
Trying to do what they can. Void Eyes, they are tanking, and they will actually take down that spider. So, looks like another round win for Niao. And keep in mind, he's sitting at 5.1k. So, Till will have to win quite a few rounds.
Yeah, it's not a great position. I don't think it's like completely over or anything, but I feel like you got to use your specialist at this point.
All right, we get a defensive underground threat here for Till, where Niao just goes for the greedy card, picks up the efficient tech research. Both players 2 levels on their spiders.
Yeah, I'd say pretty even as far as that goes. Kind of the same for the sniper units. It's been a really like symmetrical game. I feel like the health disparities have came down mostly to like tactics and circumstances. It's a weird game. Like the specialists have had such little influence.
It's a very mirrored game, and for now
Like,
it feels
yeah.
like the proactive, like kind of pokes and prods at each other's towers have been the defining factor. We get impact drill on the crawlers for Till.
So he was
Which
scared,
rhymes.
basically. Yeah. Like that's definitely for being scared reasons, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's lost quite a few hit points these past few rounds to the jump drive Phoenix cheeses, so probably
Yeah.
wants to limit another cheese with an underground threat plus tech.
Makes sense. Just trying to read like who's favored here. They both spent all their money. Like maybe a better chaff line here for Till. I feel like he's got a good stream of crawlers. See if the impact drill does much. I think there's potential. He temps speeded. Ooh, one of his spiders getting completely deleted. I guess same for the opponent though, Till.
Oh, that jump drive Phoenix on the right for Niao, though, absolutely wrecking the right side. Able to get some good locks onto Till's Phoenixes.
I guess we can look at the UI panel and see, yeah, the crawlers have dealt about 10k. I think some of that, though, is just crawler on crawler violence on the flanks. But yeah, Niao just kind of crushing, man. That's
Yeah,
sub 1k.
still winning.
Almost.
And I mean, drill isn't the most expensive, but when it doesn't yield you anything, it is just a waste of resources.
Yep. Big agree. Okay, here is Niao's last chance, potentially. You've got to come back here. What do you even identify as the issue? I mean, it's got to just be who wins the tarantula battle, right? I feel like that's kind of the key to a match like this, just the chaff war and then killing those tarantulas.
Yeah, that's been what it's all about. It seems like Niao goes for the proactive play again, trying to get an insta-lock with that big saber, one-shot the spiders.
Yep.
While
I mean,
still,
yeah.
I think selling, right? The Wraith, just opting to get as many resources as possible, up to 1650, double tech on the spiders.
Yeah. I think if this saber gets through, it's a big deal. It's so easy to stop. I mean, not so easy to stop, but a chaff in front and a crawler streaming in just in time would be enough. I'd like to see the item on it, maybe. Is that worth it? Maybe it's not worth it. It would be so tanky. It already has 100k, and if you put like the heavy armor on it, it's like 180k.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Although I guess it's probably already at a threshold where you're saying it's unlikely to die.
Good point. Yeah, you don't need that much HP, perhaps. I'm just addicted to the big numbers.
Oh, man. Oh, that saber. That did exactly what you wanted if you're on the outside. Taking down 2 level 2 spiders with some items on them, too.
Right side just crushing. Left side holding on, which is really all you need right now. There's some high-level marksmen. Is the tower fortified? Yes, it is. So just feeling overall okay over there, although it is losing.
Left side tower will fall. 1,000 hit points.
Yeah, which does technically exist for now, Niao, but I don't know how much will remain.
Got 600 here from the sabers and the spiders. But looks like it will be just enough by 29. Niao taking the win over Till.
Looks like Flower Fairy is ahead on the HP side of things. We're only round 3, despite it, the spectator saying round 4 because of the delay, I suppose. We're catching up.
And already with a giant on board, that likely came from a unit drop, and then the wasps, I guess, probably was a unit drop as well.
I think that would be likely, yeah. Cost control up against Amp Specialist. Looks like a Phoenix card was picked up. It is Improved Phoenix. Okay, I know Mathis might absolutely loves this card, and so I'm curious to see what he's going to do with it.
For now, though, look at that right side crushing. Cost control steel balls, level 1, just able to find the lock on to that fortress and taking it down.
40k damage, the damage chart says there. Arclight's also surprisingly dealing 28,000. How is that even possible?
Oh man, Arclight's DPS like crazy in the early game.
Yeah.
It's wild.
No kidding. What is this fortress move?
Whoa, okay. That
like, it's not
is fast.
Like, I guess it's only 200. It's not that expensive, but like, I don't know, man.
It's not the biggest investment for sure, because he got one of the fortresses practically for free, and it's a decent use of the small amp cores, I guess. You can just build the rest of your board around Phoenix Arc and have your opponent try to deal with those fortresses.
Yep, it's good points. EMP is kind of nice.
Yeah, he'll be happy to know that he hits the second fortress.
Like, maybe his line of thinking here is that I have improved Phoenix, and the one thing that's going to annoy my efficient improved Phoenix line is, you know, the wasps, right? So maybe if we just buy enough forts, have a really tanky board, win the Phoenix Mirror for sure, and just don't let any air get in the way. Oh, but the storms,
Oh
man.
Last
Oh, God.
second after quad storm, he clicks AP. That is disgusting.
It could be a big problem. Is there crawlers in front? There are, just in time.
I mean, they've disappeared though after the first volley. You've got to imagine these guys will lock on fast, and Steel Ball's able to lock on, deal some damage, but I think Fairy will be very happy.
Yeah, and he has no anti-air aside from the fort. Oh, no, he has the Phoenix. Okay, he's killed the air. He's got an air win, I think.
Honestly, I'm surprised how many salvos the fortresses can tank here despite the AP. This might just have to do with cost control and that attack.
And the amp cores, yeah.
Nerf, yeah.
Yeah, super interesting. I really thought Flower Fairy was just going to crush there.
Yeah, same.
Really interesting.
Ooh, efficient tech research picked up immediately for Fairy, even though he'd already teched.
Dude,
Quite a
speed
few of
was
his
so
units.
good. Why didn't we take speed there? Don't you want to move fast when there's storms?
Yeah, maybe.
Hard to say.
That
but...
could be a good point. I also feel like Math just can try to tech into the Phoenixes, considering they're improved, and just play for that and forget about the whole Fortress situation.
Yep. Like the Melter, I think it makes a ton of sense, especially when you're cost control. You don't care about the attack loss with a Melter unit that just scales up. Obviously, you know, probably one of the best Fortress counters in the game. And you don't want to rely upon storms. You know, you want to use storms as like the cherry on top, or like the initial transition as you crutch towards your, you know, your bigger unit. And so, yeah, I'm just a big fan of this.
Not the best against the Phoenixes, though. And I think Math here does have a chance of kind of pulling back this game by investing more into the Phoenixes.
Yeah, at least like improved Phoenixes, your Melters are a little bit happier, but I feel like that's more because improved Phoenix is a good card and not that Melter is like good against them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Here comes the first lock. Boom. Still got Phoenix on the right, though. That's blue. It's going to be hitting the Melter soon. It's taking a long time to clear the way, though.
Okay, here it goes. Got slightly nerfed with a recent patch. There's a little bit less damage, but man, that's not going to matter against that cost control Melter. Still will end up going down.
Yep. Both players speed up here. The Wasp's going to be able to take down the improved Phoenix, of course. Not a massive win, although Mathis Might doesn't have much HP, and we know Flower Fairy is more than capable of pulling out the beep beep to finish the game.
Yeah, treacherous round there. Only small units, but Math still taking about 800-900 damage. Second mobile beacon picked up for Fairy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Selling the forts.
Wasps are really annoying.
They are, and if we're selling the forts, we need a replacement, no?
I mean, if you just buy more Phoenixes, at some point you might have enough to just brute force, but yeah.
Good point. But then you get Energy Shield as Flower Fairy and buy more, and it's like, yeah, it's a tricky line to walk through.
Oh. EMP Melter. I'm not sure that I like that very much.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, slowing things down, just in general, when you have Melters is good. If it even lands on like an Arc Light, are you happy, perhaps?
I mean, I guess that would be okay, but is that worth the investment of 500?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. Most likely not, but he should be all right overall.
Big tempo play coming out for Math. Uses the oil, goes for Fire Stormcallers.
Yeah.
Will they be able to hit the oil, though? Looks like they will.
He bought a lot more birds as well, right? Really trying to lean into those birds. You mentioned it's good enough against the Wasp, perhaps. So this is a big moment. Needs like range on them. They're getting. Oh, he does have it.
He already has that. Yeah.
Surprised they're getting sniped off like that.
Temp range has been clicked here by Fairy, so that does make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, is he not going to win this round? It was like so important to win this round. I think the beacon from Flower Fairy was just perfect. Oh, maybe...
No, he should be fine.
Okay, okay. Very important. By the way, Phoenix levels are just completely crucial.
Oh, yeah.
You got a DPS
and Port
Melters.
Shield is insane to have as well. Even though he's up against Melter, where it doesn't matter that much, you just like double the 250% that you already get from the card.
Good against spells as well. And now with the Marksman coming into the picture, yeah, have to agree. It is relevant. We're selling the Raiden here for math. He's got 2,000 to play with. What's it going to be?
I mean, you can probably just get away with more Phoenixes, right? At this point. Oh, Shielded Wasp coming out.
Yeah, it has to be. Okay, let's analyze here. So Flower Fairy is threatening the War Factory. He's threatening the Shielded Wasp. Is there a way to hedge against both? Do you buy more storms so you have more fire as well? Like, there's so many things to think about here.
I think you don't go for more storms. I think that is a problem that Fairy has to deal with, and you're just content kind of building the rest of your army. The core of your army should be Arclight, Phoenix. But, yeah, I don't think this Shielded Wasp play, though, is something you would necessarily expect.
I mean, you're selling your forts. You have to be thinking that that's your next weakness.
Yeah.
He only didn't sell forts because Raiden was a unit drop that he sold. Otherwise, that fort would be gone.
Yep. But you can't rely on Fortress AA against this either. Like, Shielded Wasp are annoying to kill with that. I guess the only option is to go for either your own Wasps with range AA or go Mustang.
True. Yeah, but then you're weak to War Factory. Yeah, it's so interesting. We'll see how this plays out. It's going to be the Shielded Wasp from Flower Fairy. There is 8 birds and fangs trickling in. Technically, we get 1 Fortress anti-air barrage as well. It did friggin' nothing. Oh man, the birds are getting picked off by the marksmen, which do have aerial specialization. We're down to, what, 3 birds left?
Yeah, that's not looking too hot. Storm's still alive. If they can take down some of these melters, that'll at least kind of soften the blow.
He might be dead. Maybe not.
Should be alive?
Yeah.
Only barely.
How do you recover? Once again, things are threatened, right? The beep beep obviously comes to mind. You would have to photon. There is EMP on the birds. I don't think Flower Fairy will risk anything, though. He knows he's, like, just winning, right?
Yeah, I mean, that round looked very convincing. Of course, the only thing Math can do is try and buy something that can deal with these wasps. So, you know that the only thing that you can face really is either Mustang or Wasp.
Yeah. It's a really good point. I don't know, like even your own Mustangs for Flower Fairy might be like a nice kind of diversification that happens to be good against those two things.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't mind it.
Let's see what the Master does, though. He is the GOAT.
Gets a Steelball production item. Very nice. Math kind of taking his time. Hasn't purchased anything yet.
Yeah, a ton of money here.
And it will be
so
the
ranges
answer. And AA.
And I feel like Flower Fairy, to some extent, read that with the Wasp range. Would you agree with that?
He already picked it last turn. He went for range and shield.
Is that right?
Turn.
Oh, very cool. So what did Flower Fairy spend his money on other than devices? More storms? Or one more storm?
More wasps is what he bought.
Oh yeah, we see that on the left. You're right. I just like don't know if that accounts for much of the money. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of anti-missile devices though, that's for sure. So he doesn't want to lose to the fire, basically. I mean, he's heavily outgunning the wasps here, right? He just doesn't have the aerial spec tech, but like, does it matter? I don't think so. I think Flower Fairy's just chilling
there as well. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, shield helps in the mirror, right?
It does. It also seems like there's just a chaff gear issue here for Math. Like, some of its wasps,
Right.
even though they have the AA spec, were shooting at crawlers, and I mean, this is just looking dominant from Flower. We get the surrender. Fairy kind of solidifying his top spot.
All right,
And
so
what
we're
are we
loading
heading
into
into here?
Tungdil.
Tungdil Math. All right.
Yep, that's a sweet match. All right, so
Strong 301
Tungdil.
contender.
Tungdil is tied in MMR to Math when the day begun. So, absolutely awesome match here.
Both of them then in the top 8.
That's right. Yep, number 4 and number 5 on day start. Well, I guess tied for 4, if you will, but I mean, I'm sure there was like a decimal difference.
And we might get a long-range game. Supply spec for Math is Might. Both of them starting Sledge. Small differences here with Arclight start for Math, whereas Tungdil already has the Chaff with that triple Fang opener.
Tungdil, obviously a very good standard player. It's his specialty. Doesn't really aggro almost ever. Math doing a little bit of both. You know, maybe I'd give a slight edge to Tungdil, but, you know, Math has just been playing fantastically this patch. I mean, this season, I suppose.
He's a grinder. He plays like some of the most games per season out of all of the pros that we have, and that definitely gives him an edge just in the sheer amount of situations that he's played.
It's a good point. Who's getting the edge here? A lot of arc lights left as the sledges diminish. There's only 2 marksmen. I think Math has got this round.
I think if Tungdil like managed to lock onto the arcs, he would have been in a fine spot. Those late fangs can be a problem, but Arclight still alive means that, yeah, this should be going over to Math.
Right, round 2, what do we got? Free crawlers. I mean, there's also the Farseer and Badger unlock. Those are, of course, advanced units, so it's the only way to unlock them, but hard to say no to the crawlers.
Yeah, and both will pick that up. Just looks like a chaff round for both of them here. We can see the right side, just nothing but crawlers. For
I know, it's
Math.
pretty funny. Definitely a strong move, though. I mean, sledges, not a good chaff clearing unit.
They're not, and Tungdil right now is opting to go down the DPS route for round 2. Wants to get more damage to get rid of the Arclights and the sledges, but yeah, that's not going to help with this many crawlers showing up. Also, Math already with the range on the Arclights.
This is so illogical, I think. Like, if you're missling the... Oh my god, that was a great missile. But if you're missling those, it's like, why do you need the marksman, you know? Not a fan of this turn.
Absolutely. The missile, though, might just help. That was
Yeah.
some nasty value, getting rid of a crawler, a sledge, and an Arclight for 50. I mean, don't mind if I do.
For real. Yeah, I think he's just crushing. I wonder if he was winning
Super
without the
solid round.
missile.
Yeah.
Hard to say,
I would
right?
guess that it's, yeah, much different in that case. That was a lot of resources, percentually speaking.
Oh, yeah.
That's great for Tungdil, though, because going down the marksman route, yeah, it means that he now has the levels. And that can make it difficult for Math to win this mirror.
It's a really good point. Nice and central. Orbital is going to be annoying, maybe picking off those marksmen that are pretty central.
I wonder if one of them is willing to invest into a shield here. Both of them did go for the spell, so you can say, well, let's just trade and see like where those orbital bombardments will fall.
I don't know. I don't know if it's correct to bubble or not. It's still a little early, so it's like a big percentage of your income. You know, instead of doing that bubble, you could have just bought like an extra unit, which also goes pretty hard, right? And then you've saved 100 resources forever.
Well, Tungdil at least has made up his mind from the looks of it. Just goes triple Arclight, picks up the levels on the marksman, and opts not to shield. If he loses the marksman, though, that could kind of bring Math back into the marksman game if he wants to go for that. He goes for a shield too, and we get Stormcallers.
Hmm. The marksmen survive a shot or two from the orbital. Yeah, one shot. Sorry, I forgot how much it was. Although one's already fallen. Oof, man, really good orbitals here against Tungdil. I feel like it was a little bit better for him. Still great shots towards the end here. Gotta be good for math.
Looks fine. He did lose a Stormcaller that he purchased, but at the same time, Tungdil, no more sledgehammers left and only has those level 1 marksmen.
Yeah. Is there enough arcs left? The late fangs is something Tungdil absolutely loves, but they have all been taken care of. We're going to keep the bubble, and we won the left and the right here for math.
Solid round. I think he'll be happy with that. Getting to keep the shield is massive and equalizing the hit points immediately.
He gets his Typhoon now. He's against Supply, so both really great long-term specials here. Skipping some spells, skipping some equipment. Really want to focus on powering this mid-game here, picking up the Arclight range. Pretty crucial. He's already got his Trailing Fangs. He's got some tankiness with the sledges. He picked up those marksmen early, which are now all blue somehow. Pretty awesome. So I'm liking Tungdil's position quite a bit. Doesn't have the Stormcallers, though.
Doesn't have the Stormcallers. I'm not sure if you need them. I think maybe Math. I mean, Math picked them up because they are almost always good in Standard, but yeah, perhaps he was expecting some shields to come out from Tungdil, and I think with only the 2 marksmen, he wouldn't have been able to break them. So that might have been factored in.
This play is just sweet from Tungdil, like arranging the marks and the Arclights on the same turn, flanking with the Typhoon where he recognizes there's like no material over there. So, you know, even if it doesn't get through, that's just great distractions. You have to imagine this round's looking good for him and he can pop that bubble. A lot of storms,
this is
though.
Something, yeah, Storm's getting added to the outside. Might be able to get rid of that Typhoon while it's still spawning in. It's something Tungdil loves to do. Either with unit reinforcements or with their specialist, like the Typhoon spec. Just kind of like flank on Standard and try to get some tempo.
Really good point. If there was a read there, that's awesome. But I imagine he was just spreading his storm line. Trailing Fangs. Starting to come in.
So many Stormcallers, though.
Yeah, a ton. He's going to get the bubble. Definitely a big moment there. Arc's going to start to fall. Oh, there's still some Fangs left, man. Trailing Fangs are so insane.
Yeah, I think there were only 2 left, but they absorbed like 3 or 4 more salvos there as all the Storms were missing their shots.
Yeah, Marksman's dealing 75k there. Really powerful stuff. They didn't pick up any levels, but, you know, they leveled early. That's fine. Another orbital comes around. There is the advanced shield device, which is a super powerful card in Standard. As, you know, mid to late game, you're buying 3 to 4 bubbles very often. But can you say no to an orbital that you get back on round 10?
It is a tough one, right? Like, advanced shield is nice, but bombard is bombard, and it's hard to skip when you're a Standard enjoyer. And so both of them here will just opt to pick that.
Really makes me wonder what's the right move, because you would have the shields for like 4 or 5 turns in a row, whereas the orbital you get once and then you wait a while, you get it back later on.
Have a look at this. Range Stormcallers.
Oh man, the Mustangs being picked up is a big moment because, yeah, Mustang is one of the best counters to Stormcallers. He's immediately teching it. Oh my god, this is so good for Tungdil. At least long term.
Lose them though. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this round it might be a little bit tough. Goes for the shields on the outside. Only 150 resources left. Okay. Just kind of opting to protect the left side. I like that.
Dude, I would be putting tickets on Tungdil here for sure. Oh my god. This is like the most insane thing in Mechabellum, when you just like randomly commit something that they commit in the opposite direction. Oh man. It's gonna help immediately as well. Just up front, incredible. Arclights are blue though.
Yeah, they will get picked off by these Arclights, and because the Stormcallers are sitting so safe, they might still get to clutch in the late round.
Still those trailing fangs. There's only one Arclight left. He's in the bubble. Bubble not going to be alive.
Because again, like there's two singular fangs just like walking in Deadman's Land.
Right?
Incredible.
Okay, one bubble here for Tungdill. Oh, it doesn't quite get the other one. Okay. Equal-ish health pools. What are you doing as Tungdill here? Are you buying more Mustangs? I think you do, right? Okay, let's talk about this first.
Unit reinforcements, huh? I'm not sure if any of this is that great. Like none of these make too much sense, so it feels like you just
Yeah.
take for a sell. Melting
Tungdill
point for
didn't.
Tungdill. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the highest sell value, so we'll want to keep it.
I wonder why. Like, sure, it's good in standard. Meltings are super fine in standard, but like, is it beep beep? Is it these worms that he did it for? Like,
But yeah, I mean Melter it's big at level 2 and it can help versus Worm, but it's not the best matchup either.
kind of is once you get multi-melt, but yeah. Multi-melt suck, that type of thing.
I'm guessing it's just to preempt against the other things that were offered, because there is a world where Math just
Yeah.
picks for a cheese round with a big tanky unit like a Wraith or
Saber,
that high level Saber,
yeah.
and then Melter gives you a kind of a safety
Okay.
net against that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that read from you. And then he's got the Melter unlocked if there's any fear of like Car or Abyss or whatever. So makes sense. I like it.
Look at this positioning on the Worms, though. I mean, Worm in standard with Arclight's very common, especially into this type of ranged marksman board, but not that used to seeing them placed this far up in the middle.
Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, I like it if it goes sideways. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Worms already have Replicate, which is the important tech to have when you're up against Melter. Sadly, we'll be beaconing it into the Melter.
Which is good or bad depending on... Okay, it's bad.
I mean, I don't know. Can these guys lock on and kill the Melter? It is awfully tanky, level 2.
Oh.
And one Worm... Oh,
The burrow
the
was
burrow.
great.
There's quite a few of these larvas.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks great. Melter unable to even take down one Worm. In fact, it will be the marksman picking up the slack, but...
Yep. I mean, Tungdill's winning the right. He's going to get... Oh, debuff second. It's a close round, but the worms are still alive. Like, Math has definitely got this.
Yeah. Interestingly, they are avoiding the tower debuff.
Yeah. Huh,
A
where does
strong
that
move.
leave us? Do we beep beep? Sell Melter beep beep?
You probably do, right?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't think you want to get stuck playing Melter into this
he's doing it.
triple replicate investment. Wow, okay, Diffract.
I wonder, do you feel Diffract is risky? As in, do you feel you need the energy absorption as well?
I think Diffract is just risky long-term either way. Because back when this comp was a bit stronger, the Arc Worm thing, you wouldn't mind this Melter investment because you could get into EMP Arclights at some point.
Ooh, okay. It's fair. But maybe if the Melters are far enough back, they can like do their jobs before that even occurs?
Yeah, it all comes down to how you beacon the worms, right? These ones are a bit further up than you would normally expect. So usually like you would have a nice kind of transition between the Arclights being able to target the Melters and then the worms popping out of the ground.
Right, right. Well, the beacon is changing, which I certainly like, given that the Melter's blue on the left, so, you know, at least head towards the level 1s. So because the worms are centralized and you beacon, you actually pull things towards it, which I'm not sure if is good or not, but that's interesting.
Right now, it doesn't seem that great. That multi-melter, even though it's level 1, able to lock onto these worms for an awful long time. So much chaff being pulled. Eventually, the worms will burrow.
It is a lot of chaff. Like, he's got the ingredients to keep them up. You can see, like, if he had energy absorption, it would have been pretty nice. Although, maybe it didn't even matter. Those worms, level 2, deal a ton of damage. It's the same story as last round. One side winning for Tungdill, the worm side winning for Math. And I think we're going to see a repeat of the worms winning.
Yep, looks solid. And, well, the Melter's really low range right now.
Yeah.
Only 100 with that temporary range button clicked, so not going great. And that's a massive round.
Gosh, almost game.
Game.
Tricky stuff. I wonder if he regrets not doing the War Factory line. I mean, he would have had to guess the 50-50. That's the power of the beacon blender, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like even if you guess incorrect, like it's just factory is hard to kill in this scenario for math, so you might even be able to win in spite of that.
It's true, yeah. Innocent cards, Underground Threat, maybe the pick. I mean, maybe Ampor on your biggest worm. DPS against Melters is super valuable.
I wonder what the line here is for Tungdill. He's bought another Melter, only has 500 left, and already took a loan.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I do like energy absorption, as I've said a couple times. I mean, it's better if you had levels, you know? Level 1 melters with energy absorption are only good if you've managed to lock on for a little bit. He picks range, which I think is super fine as well. I'm not sure if it was needed against the worms, but it's certainly going to have value throughout.
And at least he's managed to keep things symmetrical now with 2 melters on each side of the towers.
Yeah, definitely nice. The orbital comes back, the one that came on what, round 3?
Yep.
Underground threat here. Defensively for math.
EMP Arclight, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, good shout. Not sure how important it'll be. We'll see. It's good to know. I think it will be good, though. At least, like, the end of the battle, if anything.
Yeah, Shaftir could still be a marginal problem here for math.
Yeah. Although the fire, really good there on the left. Arclight gonna fall on the left.
It's surprising that he's not attacking into that, right?
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, one worm dies. There's still a burrowed one. It's got the hero aura. You can actually see it in red. What's it attacking? The melter or the bubble? I don't know what that was. Is it the same story? It's just over. Each time these worms are just winning their side and the storms kind of finish the job. Really nice pivot from math. The blender looking great this game.
Yep, nice game of Arclight Worm. Don't see it that often anymore, but it does pop up every now and then. And, well, as you can see, it can perform really well.
Good stuff.